Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, Backstory Boxing. Now, my boy Anthony Joshua, man, the IBF champion, the WBO champion, the WBA champion of the world, 3 titles, baby, one more title to complete the infinity. Got it. The guy, he is the master of the heavyweight division right now, the king of the throne that everyone wants to get to cement their legacy. Anthony Joshua, man. British superstar boxer, heavyweight champion of the world, man. Doing new age training again. But this time, it's different. You know, Anthony Joshua is the kind of guy who is extremely strong, a lot of power, but he reached his max. You know, you can only get so big in boxing before you can't get big anymore. Where you have to hone the muscles you have and make sure you don't need to take so much energy to work the muscles. You know, Anthony Joshua, a phenomenal fighter, but when you see him work too much, throw too many punches, sometimes he needs a round or two to get his energy back. But in these pictures, he has a mask on to basically limit his oxygen intake for his extreme exercises. And what this does basically is, the only metaphor I can give is basically, you know, when you do extreme exercise, you tend to breathe harder. Imagine doing a sprint while breathing normal for a long period of time, right? Do running a sprint at rest level heart rate. You know, that's what Anthony Joshua is doing, right? When he's swinging this thing down, hitting this tire type thing, it's not even a bat. He's doing it with a piece of metal. It's like a piece of metal. He's hitting a piece of metal on a tire. He's doing it over and over again. He's going hard, and he's using the max amount of strength to do it. That's the whole point of limiting his oxygen, right? What this is doing is, this is making him train at a higher, it's making his muscles use less oxygen when they're at their peak performance, i.e. honing his muscles until basically they're at their peak performance while doing little effort. Anthony Joshua was trying to destroy Oleksandr Usyk, man. He has that fight in the bag. It's coming soon. And, you know, these fighters, they're always at war with each other. Even when they're not in the ring with each other, they're trying to make an example out of these other fighters. And Anthony Joshua was trying to make an example out of Oleksandr Usyk, man. He had that decision win against Andy Ruiz, and he needs to get back to power, back to what made him a star. And what made him a star is knockouts. That's what made Anthony Joshua a star in the first place. And that's what he's getting back to, you know. Now, Anthony Joshua is trying to remain that elite, dominant force of nature. And you can't just be big, outboxing guys like Anthony Joshua is. You can't be all big and muscular if you're winning on points. That just counterintuitive. You're going to have to stop these guys to remain that knockout artist, right? Now, Anthony Joshua has all knockouts besides the Andy Ruiz fight. Right, but oh yeah, and the Joseph Parker fight, right? 2 fights, but he needs to get back to it to remain, at least in people's eyes, the fans' eyes, bigger than life. You know, Anthony Joshua, when he talks, he just talks like a politician. Very careful with his words. You know, he knows he's gonna be a star, not just in Britain but worldwide. You know, he's always reaching back to the motherland. You know what I mean? Back his country, home country outside of Britain, obviously, because his parents are recent immigrants of Britain, you know, Nigerian. I think my boy AJ is Yoruba, right? That's the tribe in Nigeria. So that being said, man, my boy Nigeria is going hard in the gym. He's training hard for Oleksandr Usyk, and a lot of people were looking past Oleksandr Usyk, saying he's just too small, he's not that good of a heavyweight. But Anthony Joshua knows what time it is. Anthony Joshua's taking hits at the end of the day, and Oleksandr Usyk is definitely a power puncher. Ask Derek Chisora. Now, Derek Chisora was imposing himself on Oleksandr Usyk, but Oleksandr Usyk was hitting Chisora with some clean power shots, and he had him hurt. You know, Chisora just decided not to push the pace on Chisora, but if he wanted to stop Chisora, you know, there's times in that fight where he could have definitely imposed himself. You know, there's never a time in that fight where Oleksandr Usyk got hit so hard that he looked like he was going to get stopped. He got hit wobbled like once, but it wasn't to the point where let's just say Alexander hurt Derek Chisora more than, or harder and worse than Derek Chisora hurt Chisora. Derek Chisora hurt Alexander Usyk. I'm sorry. So that being said, man, you know, Anthony Joshua was looking good in the camp. He's preparing for Alexander Usyk. You know, a lot of people have Alexander Usyk on the top 10 pound for pound list, and rightfully so, because of what he did at cruiserweight. You know, becoming undisputed, having all 4 world titles is no small feat in boxing. And you can count those guys in one hand for sure, right? You got Josh Taylor, you got Terrence Crawford, right? You got Alexander Usyk, right? So that being said, that's it. That's it right now. All right, Anthony Joshua trying to be the next one. You know, people are talking about Teofimo Lopez trying to do it too, but he's rematching Vasyl Lomachenko right now, so he's not fighting David Haney to get the last piece of the puzzle. You know, I mean, you got people like Errol Spence or the Manny Pacquiao winner, whoever wants to do that needs to fight Terrence Crawford to become undisputed. But right now, you can count undisputed in one hand for sure. So this is a really big deal in boxing, man. You know, Jermell Charlo, he could have did it with Castano, but they got a draw. So it's extremely hard to become undisputed for sure. Alexander Usyk is definitely that guy. He has a lot of different kind of styles. If you actually watch him fight in the ring, one time he'll be boxing you, another time he'll deal with he'll pressure you. He can just fight many kind of styles, and effectively too. He'll do it effectively. So we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out, man. I'm really excited to see my boy Anthony Joshua get back to his fundamentals, not abandon things like, you know, what made him unique. You know, the guy likes to do what he does, and he's an athlete first. He likes bodybuilding, and if he's gonna do bodybuilding and limit his oxygen, this is just what he does. This is a new philosophy. Anthony Joshua, you know, he's doing this because he wants to. This is not no old school trainer trying to teach him new things. This is Anthony Joshua teaching the old trainer new things. Anthony Joshua employs these trainers, and Anthony Joshua gets things done his way, and they're doing it his way, and his way is power. That's it, power. So let me know you guys feel about it though, man. Anthony Joshua looking sharp, limiting his oxygen, swinging some kind of metal object, looking like a beast. Let me know you guys feel about it though. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Empire, GeoBasket Empire. Peace. GeoBasket Empire.